So thank you very much for watching this series. I hope you love the series. I'm doing everything that is possible to make this series very good, and I hope that you have watched the first video on chapter 1 and understand almost all about Bitcoin, how to use it, how to have a wallet, etc. And in this video we are going to do programming with Bitcoin, and this video is the first video of chapter 2 that is focusing on Bitcoin. And in this video I introduce you to 3 main topics. First topic is Raspberry Pi Bitcoin tools and the library and how to start using it, and the second is how to generate private key and public keys. The third one is how to create a simple Bitcoin address from private keys and public keys you have generated. So before starting, there's something we should notice, is that if you don't understand this cryptographic algorithm, please go on Coinbase Academy or Binance Academy. I will provide a link in description. Understand how those things works, because here I'm not going to go deep into how those algorithms work, because cryptography is an entire field of computer science. So it's very deep. If you want to go more deeply, you can search other resources online and learn about it. In this video particularly, we are going to just use a library that is called Bitcoin, and we will use it with Python and try to do our stuff. Okay guys, let's go. First thing first is to install Bitcoin package with Peep, and to do this we'll type. Now that is done, I have a simple project that is located in a folder where I used to work and do my experience, you know, like learning example of Python. So I'm going to programming research, and I'm going to, I don't know how I call it, Bitcoin, I hope. Okay, is it first one? And here we are. And first thing first, you need to install a code editor. I have VS Code right here, and I hope you already have your code editor. Is normal if you are a programmer. And so now we are going to write the first hello world Bitcoin program, and to do this we are going to import from the package Bitcoin. So from Bitcoin, okay, let's import almost all that is on this package. Okay, even if I don't use the Python 3 package, I can also run it with my terminal, so it's not a problem for me. But if you want to run it in VS Code, you need to activate an environment. You can also create a virtual environment, do what you want to do. So this is my environment, this is Python 3. So now let's go with our first program. I'm going to paste the code. I've already written almost everything. You can see it here, so it's not a problem. I'm going to explain using the VS Code debugger tool. Okay, let's add a breakdown here. Okay, let's add another breakdown here, and let's add another breakdown here. I mean, should do it like this. Okay, we have our breakdown here, and normally the code should detect it. You create a .vs code. Let's show Python file here, and you create a launch.json under the VS Code. That is just to run my code, you know. Normally if you are a programmer, you know. Now I have an environment, and now if I want to run it, I can debug with F5. Okay, that is running now, and we have the first problem here from detecting the Bitcoin package. And to do this, let's choose the correct environment. Let's run our code with F5. Okay, let's go. And I have the debugger that is running, and you can see that there are many variables right here, just with this random key from Bitcoin package, and you can see there are a lot of keys here. And if I want to know what is the value of private key, I will come just here in watch, and I will type private key. That's my variable. That's my private key. Okay, let's type it, and you can see here you have this address, this address right here, that is the variable that have been created with the random key from Bitcoin package. This is just a function that help you create a random key, a random address key that can be used like in real time. When you use your wallet, you have the address of the wallet, so that is something like that. Let's go to the step into. Okay, next step into. Okay, you have this one that's going to be executed, and okay, you have the global variables here. I mean, you should have normally private key, and you have my public key. That is the value. Also, I could have watched the content by typing here my public key, but it's not important, like you can already see it here. But one thing to notice is that the public key is very long than the private key, because the public key use the private key to generate. Okay, and you can see that in that function where we have a private to public, and you use the previous generated private key to generate the public key. That is like that, because the private key is very private. That is the key that you keep for yourself, and the public key is the key that can be shared on internet, that can be shared to other people, but the private key is the most important. So if you want to understand those concepts, please find the links in the description and go and watch what is cryptography, how those algorithm works. Now let's continue. Now we need to create a normal Bitcoin address, and to do this you need to use this prep to address function from Bitcoin package and to pass your public key, knowing that your public key has been already generated from the private key. And now to see it, I will just step into. Okay, this is generated also, and if we watch it here and we try to find it here, and this is our Bitcoin address that's more clear, more soft. It's not too much, it's not too long, and it's very something that you can store somewhere and use it. That's all for this video. I'm not going to go more further than that, because when we talk about technical, you can find it very huge. So I'm going to leave it like that, and we will see in the next video to continue with this series. So guys, if you love this content, just subscribe to channel and give me a like button, leave your comment, leave your question. I will answer all your questions. So see you soon in the next video. I'm Jordy.bayo.